No pressure.
All right, hey everybody, welcome to I almost said streaming Player Pass episode 13. Thanks for everyone joining in on the side chat. Let's take a look at who we got in the room over there. I saw Darth J was in there, Redneck was in there, Pam was in there, Da Beach is over there. Eddie, thanks for joining us. So we got the people over there on the side chat. We'll get going. We have a special guest that decided to jump on the show for today. Down there in the bottom. Special guest jumped on. What's up, Claire?
Oh, me.
Went MIA there for a little while. So how are you?
I was great until I had a sip of this fucking coffee.
Well, there goes trying to make some money off of this video.
Room temperature coffee. Nummy.
No, thank you. No. Thank you. Oh, I forgot. My videos gets limited anyways because we're going to show a trailer. So nice to see you. Welcome back. We'll go ahead.
You.
Does everybody have their beverage of choice for whatever's this evening?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Beverage of choice. Look at Andrew. You're going to break that out. A big old bottle.
What is that? Is that beer? It looks like you're stroking it there, dude.
I am.
That's another show, Blue.
Then he spits on the end of it.
That's Thursday nights.
That's Butcher pay-per-view. Patreon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Patreon after the show.
Go fund me.
Yeah. All right. What's up? I see Roger joined in on this chat on the side. So, and I don't know if anybody has noticed, if you're a normal watcher, if you're an every week watcher, you have seen Mr. Alban and you have seen his sound struggles. The man has got it on now. Look at this. Woo-hoo. Look at it. We don't hear a fan. I don't hear his laptop fan. Yeah. I don't hear ambulances and police cars driving by. Yeah. We'll see what happens when the airplanes come in.
Yeah, we'll see when my plane lands in the backyard.
But you're definitely a whole lot clear.
I'm hearing putting on the Ritz in the back of my head now.
And the shirt. Well, hold on. And the shirt. And the shirt.
Every week
Alban shirts.
I'll take one of those in every color.
So yeah, good week. All right, so we've got 3 movies this week, so don't want to waste too much time because we have to try to get all those in there, and hopefully we have some guests. And again, if you're a person that's watched the show before, or maybe this is your first time, we'll start the panel. We'll talk about the movie, and then I will post the link. Give it a little bit. Give me a few minutes. I try to let most of the panel talk before I post the link, and then you can jump in the show. And if I might leave you in the backstage, so just I'll see you, and then I'll bring you onto the show, and then we can all talk. I can have 10 people on here, so we will see how that goes. I would love to see 10 people on here. Fingers crossed between some of my Facebook friends and my real friends, and we'll see how this goes. Maybe, and I know that maybe some of the people in the side chat may jump in. I know that I posted in the MS7 group about the show, so we'll see if any of them want to come on to the show for any of the movies that they've seen. Now, we do have two requirements. One, that you have watched the movie, and so you at least can say, I like it, don't like it. And then we ask that you be able to articulate, why didn't you like it? I didn't like it. It was bad acting. It was poor storyline. It was the special effects. Whatever. I don't care what's coming. Even if you bullshit it, just make it sound like it. Make it sound halfway decent. So we got everybody in here. Andrew's got himself all sorted out. So
what was the third movie?
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Oh, that's just extra credit. That's not
extra. That was, we called it extra credit.
Oh, that's
Blue
what I
wanted-
saw. Okay, yeah. I did the first two. I did the other two.
Yep. Blue wanted to do extra credit, and we'll get to Hamilton because that's at the end. So we've got to.
Isn't that a musical?
Yep. It's
And
a
we'll
musical, so-
let's just do that as a round table. Like, let's not do.
Yeah. Well, the good idea. Good idea.
just discuss it.
Round table it because it's hopefully we get through the show so we can. I want to be able to get that in there. But the other thing is so like if you get bored and you're like, I don't want to make it all the way to the musical, you can always turn this off. Not like people watch the whole show anyway. So, but let's go ahead and get started. The first movie we have was Blue's pick. And Blue, what was your pick this week?
It was Hoosiers.
Oh man, I just dribbled down my chin. You girls know what that's like?
Oh.
Oh,
I got my daughter sitting beside me. Hey, arsehole.
Oh,
whatever. She's gonna hear that from me. She's gonna hear all kinds of stuff like that from me before long. So it's not gonna worry about.
Good
All
say
right.
hi.
Hello, Sid. Thanks for joining us. All right, Blue. So Blue, what you think? Give us your thoughts. You could be first or last. I forgot. You can be first.
Okay,
or
I'll
last.
go first.
It was your movie.
I
Okay.
mean, obviously, I like it because it's my pick. I've probably seen it 50 times. I haven't seen it in a long time, though, and I realized that. I liked it, but not quite as much as I did. Plus, may have smoked a little something, and so I found some parts annoyed me a little bit. So I still love it, though. I love an underdog story, and I'm always, especially underdog sports stories. So I love it. I love Gene Hackman. Barbara Hershey was a bitch, but she comes around in the end when she gets a little.
Yeah, don't they all?
So yeah, that's it for me. Sid, you want to say anything?
That's it. That's
no.
it. Sid, did you want to add anything? What's your
She's a
thoughts
little
on the
shy.
movie?
Do you want me to turn the camera off? Does
No.
that make you feel more comfy?
I liked it, and yeah, the girl, like, she was rude at the beginning. I didn't like that. I didn't like her that much, but whatever. Jimmy was cool.
Yeah, Jimmy's the best.
Like, he was all good, and he wasn't, like, too egotistical about it and stuff. And what else? I don't know. I'm shy. Okay, go.
Did you like it though? So yeah,
It was good.
cool.
And I don't
Yeah.
like what are those, true stories? Because they're boring. But that was not too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too. I mean, yeah, okay. So let's see. We'll go through. Where are we at? StreamYard. Okay, so Alban, what did you think of Hoosiers?
Wow. It's okay. It's been a long time since I've seen it, so there to watch the movie again and have to deal with the okay. First, we can't beat these guys in basketball in the end, and you got the black players that were kicking their butts, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, we're gonna kick your butts, and they do it, and it's just like, okay.
It's a true story though, right? So
Yeah,
that
I know
actually
it's a
did
true-
happen. It's not like
know
bad
it's a true
writing.
story.
And
I know it's a true story, but I don't know if there were brothers on that other team because hey,
oh my god.
they
Oh
they
my
made them
God,
look
you dick.
ridiculous. Yes, I did. I did go there. Okay, and I don't really even play basketball, but hey. But otherwise, it's a good story. But brothers would have made them break their ankles. Really,
They did jump really high.
Yeah.
And what else is there right here?
Oh fuck.
I wish that with the movie they would have, said more. Like normally you watch those type of real life stories like that, true stories. They always tell you a little bit more about it at the end of the movie. I wish they would have done a little bit more of that.
I have a feeling
otherwise,
that's because that's all there was. They won and then they never won again.
Okay, yeah, you understand my point now.
Yeah.
But otherwise, It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I do like movies like that. Okay.
And I think it was from the 80s, eh? Yeah, 86.
Yeah.
So it's old.
Yeah, 80s. Yeah, it's old.
Made in '86, but I don't know. I can't remember when it was
What,
supposed
that
to
was
be
in the
based.
50s.
50.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
had
it
to be
was
50s,
set in
you
like
know?
the 40s or 50s.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
50s.
It was like
Yeah,
52.
yeah.
1952.
And brothers
Yeah.
playing ball brothers were playing ball back then. Okay.
Yeah, well,
So-
maybe they weren't as good back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me.
Maybe they weren't as good back then. Who knows? So, all right. Let's see. So, Claire, did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what you think?
You remember when I sent you that message on fucking chat, and I said, okay, the opening is kind of fucking making me cry.
Yeah.
That feeling went away real quick. It was I don't know why, but just the opening got to me, even like I've never heard of this movie, haven't seen it, but there was a whole fucking Hallmark moment for me, and it did the feels to me and stuff. Was this based on a true story or an adaptation?
No, it was based on true story.
So this happened. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Kind of cool. The whole underdog thing. It's not like it hasn't been done, but
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of the first.
Yeah.
It was okay, right? I did like when what was it, Hackman's character?
The coach.
When he made Shooter his assistant in the last half of the movie. That was kind of I like when I see stuff like that happen with anything. Because it's obvious the guy is an encyclopedia for basketball, which is kind of neat, and he gave him a fucking chance, right? Like he's good at what he does. So come on and show us a thing or two. That lady there in the school, the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Who is she? She reminds me
Barbara
of
Hershey.
Barbara
Hershey.
Oh, is that Barbara Hershey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She reminds me of Parker Posey. She was half a bitch. Oh my god. until like I don't understand her, like that character. I just don't get, like, what are you trying to prevent? Maybe she was overprotective of Jimmy. I think that was evident because she told
and she's pissed off because she's stuck back in this small town when she'd gotten away from it.
Yeah.
Wanted Jimmy to get
I
away
missed
from it too.
Was that the syndrome? I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because her family was from there.
Oh,
Yeah, she went away to school, grad school, and then her dad died and her mom got sick, so she had to come back.
Oh, so she came back. That went right over my head. I didn't catch that. Okay. So she's just bitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what she needed though.
But I mean, okay. Well, that even strengthens my point even further. Okay, you come back for admirable reasons. That doesn't mean you have to set fire to everything in your wake. I don't want to be here, and everybody's gonna know it. Oh, fuck off. But I did like how her and the coach kind of eventually, like, she came around and he kind of there was a cracking of her shell a bit along the way, so that was kind of cool. I like seeing that kind of character kind of go, okay, there's a real person in there, show it. I did enjoy that. It was neat when they were showing a lot of the game footage and stuff on through the series that they were in. I did enjoy seeing the coach get kicked out time after time. That was kind of cool. I've seen that in minor league hockey back home. That's always a good time for me. And what was I going to say? The whole, like, the team members get hurt and they get pulled off and all this stuff, and they've got 3 and 4 players on the floor. and he's going, just play. That was like, that just spoke to me. That was really cool. Like, all right, I'm gonna take this team to the finals, and that's all there is to it, motherfuckers. That was kind of cool. I like that. So yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I just, yeah.
It's a little dated now. I found that too. Like, I mean, I loved it back in the 80s.
Like, am I gonna? Sometimes I'm sure you guys will agree that you'll watch anything, and then no matter how intolerable or tolerable a movie might be, sometime after you watch it the initial time, it might come into your head again, and you'll watch it a second time or maybe even a third, and you'll pick up things, right, that you missed the first time. I ain't going to be going back for seconds on this one.
Ain't going back. All right. Cam, you there? What do you think? Thanks for joining the show.
Hey, Cam.
Of course, man. Glad to. You know, I'm always down for a good feel-good movie. You know, this one was kind of weird for me. Like I said, I'm always down for a good feel-good movie. I like sports movies for some reason. They always tend to be that way. I've heard the census of the one character. She was a major bitch because, you know, like she was bitter, and there was really no point to it, because I mean, you do what you do. But yeah, I've seen this movie before. Now the second time around, I was picking up on a lot of stuff that I had missed back in my younger years of watching. I was probably like 10 when I first watched it. Don't ask me how, but yeah, just about. I think I was in the hospital one time and I was bored. But yeah, I tend to do that a lot. I tend to pick up on a lot of new things. But yeah, it was all right. It's kind of that normal 80s movie. You know what I mean? It's kind of like weird, but kind of good at the same time, if that makes any sense.
All right. JC, what you think? Thanks for joining the show. Darth J on the side chat, but JC, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
So, and you have some insight to this, right?
I have more than some insight on this movie.
Okay.
This movie is based on a town 10 miles from me. It's called Milan, Indiana. That's the original Hoosiers. Milan won the reason that they didn't use the Milan name is because Milan wanted royalties from the movie. They didn't consider all the tourists we would get for the thing. So that's why they changed it to Hickory. That's why they changed it to 1952 instead of 54, which was the year they originally that they did win the championship. Jimmy Chitwood's character is based on a real life guy named Bobby Plump, who was the star for Milan. He made the winning shot in the championship game. All the locations that were in the movie were all filmed in Indiana. I actually visited about of them. I went to the old Hickory High School, which is no longer there. It's a post office now. I went to the Hickory Gym, which is now a retirement assisted living home in Knightstown, Indiana. Actually met Bobby Plump at one of our local grocery store openings. We had a big Centennial Festival in Milan. And he came to that.
Is Bobby? So he's like a local celebrity.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Actually, I don't know if you remember or not, but they're when they're going to the championship game and they're coming to Butler Fieldhouse for the championship game, The little
Yeah.
white, the little short guy that takes him brings him in off
Yeah,
the bus.
brings him into the
He was actually one of the players
Oh,
from the 54 team.
Hmm.
His name's Ray. So, yeah, that movie's got a lot. My son actually played high school football at that school.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I got a little bit of history here. We've actually got a museum in Milan called Milan 54, and it's the largest venue of all the Hoosier memorabilia, uniforms, props, things like that were done. But just give you a brief little history real quick. This is called Real Life REEL versus Real Life REAL.
Okay.
All right, so Hickory was the real life, or the movie team was the Hickory Huskers. Of course, the team I said that won the championship is Milan High School. There is no Hickory in Indiana. 1952 was the year that Hickory won. 1954 was the year that Milan won. If you watch the extended version or the special edition, I think it is, it goes into a little bit more background on what Jimmy's problem was not playing basketball. It's because the previous coach died, and he was real close with him, so that's why he wasn't playing. The other coach, whose name was Marvin Wood, Normandale was the movie coach. Of course, Normandale, he was the middle-aged guy running away from things, and Marvin was 26 years old when he took over the team. And it was only his second year as a coach to take him to the title. Coach Dale's a dick to everybody around him, and everybody in the town wants to remove him. Marvin Wood had the same kind of issue, but it wasn't because he was a dick. It was because he changed the offense of the past coach, and nobody liked it for that. But when he won the championship, he won the town over.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Amazing
yeah.
what winning does for you.
Yeah.
Well, we like you now.
Yeah, the coach, of course, Coach Dale was very outspoken, as we know. Marvin Wood was not that way at all. He was a very soft-spoken guy. Hickory was the Cinderella team coming out of nowhere. Milan had made it to the semifinals of the state in 1952-1953 season. All their key players had returned, and they entered the tournament with a 19-2 record.
Well, they did say in the movie that we got all returning players, so we should be able to make it. I remember when they said if we get Jimmy to play.
Yeah. Of course, we know when Coach Dale was doing the drills, he was running them hard, being a taskmaster basically, and he always did it in a shirt and tie. Marvin Wood would usually suit up with his players and do the things with them as far as the practice drills and things. Jimmy, of course, I said Jimmy Chitwood. He only played half the season because of the coach dying. Bobby Plump played the whole season. The one thing they did get right, sort of, was Hickory's enrollment in the movie was 161, and they said that they were so small that they could only field a team of 6. Milan had the same enrollment in 54. And 58 of the 73 boys tried out for the teams, and they did have a team high 12 members on the team in 54. But yeah, that movie means a lot to me, not just because it's a movie, but because it's a town 10 miles.
Oh, you're breaking up there.
If you want to go look at it, if you want to go look at it, you can go to milan54.org. There's a website there, and there's actual footage of the game. And I think you can actually YouTube the game. Trying to remember who the team was we played. I'll post it in the chat if somebody wants to know. But there's actually black and white footage of the shot that Bobby Plump made at the end of the game. So, yeah.
Well, that's
So that's
cool.
enough
That
for
you
me.
got somebody. It's cool that you got JC, who's 10 miles from the damn town that actually happened at. So
That's kind of neat.
unique. That is unique.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on the movie. I thought the movie was good. Yes, 1986. Not a bad movie. I did like Dennis Hopper's character. You could see that he was a guy that was a smart guy, very intelligent, but for the demons were beating on him. And I did like that Gene Hackman's character saw that and seemed to try to feed to Dennis Hopper's character to build Dennis Hopper's confidence, because he was trying to build Dennis Hopper's confidence. And I really liked that. I thought that was a good story.
That's why he was getting kicked out of the games on purpose.
Yes. Yeah. Because
I meant to say that.
Yeah, because he wanted Dennis Hopper to have to do it,
Yeah.
Because if Dennis Hopper had his choice, he wouldn't do it. So
Yeah,
it's like,
when he brought him in as his assistant, I caught that right away. That was a cool move.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if he ever got out of the
there was no
hospital.
shooter from Island.
yeah, I mean, I think he got out of the hospital. I mean, they amazed me for alcoholism. They put you in a hospital.
Yeah.
And
Well, they
I had
did
never heard of
then.
that
Yeah.
back then. That was
Detox,
was it?
yeah.
Dry him out.
Man,
Okay.
back then they put you in handcuffs for less.
Okay, well, I
No,
mean,
they wouldn't put you in. No, they would. If you were driving drunk, they put you in your own car and drive you home. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But if you needed to get help, they'll they think nothing of throwing you in the hospital and locking you up in there.
Well, that's it. Yeah, the methods for all these things, and like I said, lesser issues were like really archaic from that period backwards.
Yeah.
And they got and the further back you go, the more archaic the methods get.
Well, and I wrote down a few things. Small towns, small minds. That was one of the things that first popped in my head. And no strangers. And that was, especially, and anytime you get a small group, a town, a neighborhood or something, when you get a lot of small, tight knit, no outsider is allowed or liked if they come into the system. And I saw when the coach came in, when Gene Hackman's character came in, the whole town was like, okay, this is how we do it. And he's like, yeah, thanks for your input. And walked away. Yeah, and that set the whole town like, whoa, he's not stepping in line with what we're wanting, because we just wanted a coach that was going to continue the trend we're going. I did like that he had his own ideas and he didn't bend on that.
He didn't wave, no.
I like that. I like that he stuck with that.
Well, coming from coaching college, you would know a lot more than a high school basketball coach would.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, I was wondering, is Hickory still a one stoplight town or what?
Hickory doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
Was it Melton or what was it? Marvin?
Is there only one stoplight?
Milan, Indiana.
Is there still only one stoplight there?
Yep.
So yeah. Well, hey,
I at it right now.
Actually, I lived in a town that had a caution light.
Wow.
Dude, that was a stoplight. It was a caution light.
One stoplight and it's always on yellow.
Oh man.
Slow down.
Actually, I'll take that back. It is not a stoplight. It's a flashing red.
So you have to look. So all right. So let's roll through. We'll roll through player pass. So again, people on the side chat, if you would post player pass, would you give this movie a player pass? Would you suggest someone to watch this, or would you not want to suggest this to one of your friends? And hey, I saw Forrest, one of the guys I work with. Hey, Forrest, he did say hummingbird time.
Did Andrew talk about it?
Oh, no, my bad. Never mind.
Andrew.
Thank you.
Andrew.
Thank you, babe. Andrew. No, Andrew.
No. It's all good. just whatever. Just leave it. I was thinking he's going to get to me at some point.
Jesus Christ.
My oldest friend on the whole panel.
Mhm.
Just
I'll
kicking
just
to the
take my
curb.
time now.
Yeah. Hey, we'll go ahead here. I'm gonna put you on the big screen. We're gonna focus in. This is just about you, baby.
Yeah.
Just about you.
It's okay, Andrew. You can always sit at my table.
Mhm.
I'm going to take this opportunity. Oh.
This kind of treatment.
I did not like it. I don't know if it's because like it's not like I think I was like 2 when this came out, and I like I know it's like a typical, it's like really typical underdog story, and the only thing I found one thing funny about it, and it was that every time they were coming back from behind, it was all showing the scoreboard and they were like level every time, and then they would win by a couple of points. But I don't know. I just thought that I didn't like. I thought the acting was bad. I didn't like. I'm not a big fan of Gene Hackman.
Wow.
Honestly, what's his name? Hooper.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. I really like him. He's a good actor, and I just didn't think he was used very well in this movie. Yes, no respect. Redneck says in the chat. I agree.
Yeah, no respect. I don't have to. Hey, do you ever listen to the way he talks to me? You should see the way he talks to me all the time. If you guys watch the show, he's got no respect for me. So, go ahead.
That was a good point, Andrew.
Yeah, he wasn't used. He wasn't used well enough. He acted well in the movie, I thought, but he just wasn't used. Like, I don't know. He wasn't, for me. He wasn't utilized enough. And I don't know. I just found it. I thought it was a little bit boring. I thought it was a bit too predictable and a bit cliche. But I guess at the time when it first came out, it would have been like one of the original.
There weren't a million basketball movies out back then.
That's why I think it's. And I'm not a big fan of basketball either. And that's with it being with me seeing so many other underdog movies since that ones came out. I don't know. Just that's probably why I didn't find it very. I don't know what the word is, compelling or whatever it is. I don't know. I got a little bit bored. I just found it too predictable. Sorry, Sean.
You don't have to apologize to me.
Well,
I've hated some of your shit, and I told you I had no problem with that.
Guess what?
Andrew, you're not a big fan of basketball movies. If it makes you feel any better, I didn't even know it was about sports when I started it.
Hey, I have to ask a question. So when I have watched some of our British, we've watched Hot Fuzz and stuff. Sometimes I have to leave the subtitles on. Andrew, did you need the subtitles for this movie?
Sydney did. You don't want to miss
actually
Sydney,
no.
At the start where,
huh?
There was one point at the start where I was going to put subtitles on, but I just plowed through it.
You're like, oh, that's not important. Sid, so you needed subtitles for some of it?
Well, we tried to put them on, but they didn't work. So
But she wanted them.
But I wanted them.
Especially when Dennis Hopper was talking.
Download those subtitles.
Oh my gosh.
He did. He played the drunk really well. He did.
Yeah.
It was like he was actually drunk, which maybe he was.
He probably was.
Maybe he
I
was.
might have been. So, all right. So we got that. So, hey, Blue, before I forget, Forrest has asked me this numerous times, and I keep forgetting it. He says, "Have you seen Strange Blue or Strange Brew?"
Yeah, million years ago.
Blue.
Million years ago. I don't even remember it.
Blue Brew. You couldn't say that a bunch of
Have
times.
you seen Strange Brew Blue?
Well, Strange
Blue.
Brew was it not Bob and Doug McKenzie?
It was.
Mm-hmm. Forrest said I need to become a Canadian citizen. I have to watch that.
No, you don't, honey. That's okay.
That's like getting screeched in.
So, all right. So we're going to go ahead. We'll get started now that Andrew has given his opinion on the movie, which we're going to move through it. JC, what did you think? Play or pass?
He's a player.
Thumbs up.
He's a play.
Definitely.
He's a play. Cam, play or pass?
For me, it's another slight soft pass.
It's a soft pass.
Soft
So
pass.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what? It's just like a soft reach around. Okay, Andrew. Andrew, what did you think?
Hmm.
Yeah, you wonder.
And in the words of Claire, no. No, it was a pass.
Aw.
Claire, what'd you think?
It wasn't horrible. It was just boring.
I'll give it a flaccid pass.
A flaccid pass, not even
Pass.
a fully. All right, so Blue.
I'm
Play or
definitely a
pass?
play. I
You're
didn't
a
like
play.
it as much as I did back in the 80s, but I still think it's definitely worth watching.
Yep.
Especially if
All
you
right.
like underdog sports stories.
What about you, Sid? Since you're right there.
Yeah, I'd play.
All
And
right.
like older movies are just classy, so like they might be old and kind of boring, but they're classy. So
Kind of boring.
said,
I feel like she's being pressured by her mom.
No, no,
Your mom-
she'll speak her mind. The thing is, nowadays everything's so boom, 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 boom in movies. I mean, that's not how they made them back in the day. Like they
Right.
work into a story. They,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I
no,
think-
everybody's got ADHD nowadays, and they can't last
Yeah.
more than 5 minutes without needing something crazy, or else it's like, oh, it's boring. It's setting up a story. That's all it's doing.
I did just finish watching it like 5 minutes before the show started, so maybe I need to give it a bit of time.
Yeah, let it marinate in your mind a little bit, Andrew. Alban, what you think?
I'm a play.
What?
Yeah, because it's a movie that people should watch. You know what I mean? It's a feel good movie, and it's got some actors in it that I think the younger generation does need to know of. You know what I mean? Because face it, these are some of the best actors of our time.
I know Andrew
Legends,
doesn't
yeah.
like Gene Hackman, but I love Gene
No,
Hackman.
so do I. I really like them.
I liked them. I liked them in Enemy of the Estate.
Uh-huh.
That was good.
Wasn't he
Or
Superman?
Enemy of the
There's the
State.
hacker.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
in
he played Lex
Superman.
Luthor.
Yeah,
in the
I like
original
Superman.
Superman.
oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was good in. He was good in that
French
as well, yeah.
Connection.
I
He's
take it
made a
back.
lot of good movies.
He's an excellent
Okay,
actor.
I take it back. He's a good
Okay.
actor.
Dennis Hopper,
You take it back. All right,
Oh,
so
Dennis
Alban
Hopper.
gives it.
He's good.
Alban's
play.
gonna give it a play. I'm gonna give it a play. I do
What?
think that the small. I'm gonna give it a play. Now, not that it's most exciting. And I think you were
Yeah,
correct.
so I'm a play and not a pass.
It
Andrew.
is. Again, it
Can't
does.
believe it.
Again, it does give it that small feel to me that I lived in a lot of these small towns now. So I can understand that American small town, when you walk into a small town and you're the stranger and nobody likes you and nobody will talk to you. I saw that part. I do like Dennis Hopper. Gene Hackman's okay to me. But I like Dennis Hopper, and I did like him playing as a drunk. And one of the things Redneck over the side says he plays a drunk very well, but probably he plays it probably more authentic.
or every day.
Yeah, I feel like it's more kind of like Noir. I think Noir would play a pretty good drunk in a movie.
There was no
Someone
shooter
said
in
in-
violent history, so don't worry about that.
Okay. All right. So John Doe wants to know: is there a little kid on the panel?
Cam.
I think they're talking about me because I
What's
look like
it on the panel?
a baby.
It's
'Cause I
like
look
they
like a
talking about
baby.
me. I go, they're probably talking about me because I'm like lower than you.
I think.
Well,
I think
I'm
the
even
baby's
Then I
talking
thought
about me.
maybe it was Cam because Cam looks young.
I'm just
Well, it was just that. Yeah, it was just after I was talking, so I assumed it was about me.
All right. So do we need to show? Everybody needs to get their ID out.
No.
Everyone is over the age of
Oh,
21. Everyone's over the age of 21. Well,
Yeah.
maybe. Cam, you over 21?
22.
There you go.
Woohoo!
Everyone's over the age of 21.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead. I think this is almost a 50-50. It's pretty 50-50 on this. So, again.
Mentally or
who's your-
chronologically?
Huh?
Mentally or chronologically?
Chronologically, 1998.
So we got that going on. So we got to move on to the old guard because we got to get to Hamilton.
Yeah, there's
So we
UFC fights tonight, guys.
No, there's not.
Yes, there are.
What?
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that.
Well,
I
Right.
that's it. Starts at 7 for me.
Oh, wow. Okay. So All right, so UFC fight tonight. Okay, I will.
Right.
I don't go until late. I could watch it if I really want. So this is the old guard, which was the current movie. We do like to. All right, so we got the people over on the side finally. Didn't I say that? Roger, Redneck, you guys are slow on this one. So play
you
with
didn't
Roger.
ask.
Oh, I asked. They had a chance when I was talking about Andrew. They had their chance. So, all right. So we got some plays on there. They got some plays. So, Blue, you got some love over there on the side. So,
I mean, it's hard. It's hard nowadays to pick an older movie because things have changed so much. Like, unless it's an absolute classic. But then again, I didn't like friggin' one with that car one there. I didn't like that at all, and that was still considered a classic. American Graffiti.
Yeah, that was a classic.
Times change, I guess, and our tastes change, and so yeah. I like that movie, but I remember loving that movie. You know, that feeling. I'd be like cheering, and then it was like, oh, that was cool. You know,
It's like it feels like an age thing.
Yeah.
Well,
you mean that I'm old, or the movie's old?
The movie is
old.
Dick.
Well, so it goes back to we also sometimes remember a movie in the past was a whole lot better than when we watch it now. Most of the people on the panel can say, "I remember that movie. I picked it because it was so great back when I remembered it." Then you watch it recently, and you're like, "Oh, that wasn't as good as I thought it was."
Oh yeah, The Faculty, prime example. I loved that movie when I was young. I loved it. I watched.
Okay, we're gonna go to the old guard. We can move on.
Great movie.
So, old guard.
Spoiler alert.
Which you guys can. Thank you. Hey, if I mess up, that's where my other people on the panel help to remind me that I can post that. This is spoiler alert. So if you've not seen the old guard, you're warned because we're going to talk about it. So if you've not seen it, you're very likely to spoil out some parts if panel members mention things about the movie because we're going to talk about the movie. So who in the panel has seen the movie? Has everyone seen the movie? So I know who's not seen it. JC, have you seen it?
Yep.
I'll start with JC because he's to my far right on when I'm looking at my hold on, let me turn off. So JC. All right, JC, you go ahead.
I thought it was good. It was a little bit too short. I would have liked some more background on some of the characters.
Oh my God!
Theron's character.
That was me 100%. I was like, I wanted more.
Yeah, that should be like a 6-part series or something on Netflix or something.
Oh my God! That's exactly what I said.
TV show.
That's what I said too. I said it should have been a TV series instead.
Yeah, that's and they were thinking that too.
Yep. Reminded me a lot of John Wick a little bit.
Cool fight scenes for sure.
The whole coming back to life thing that was kind of cool. I read a little bit about it before it came out. I think it only came out this past week, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Brand new.
Yeah, it was brand new. Yeah. Yeah, I watched it yesterday. I really enjoyed it. It was I thought the acting was pretty good. I couldn't stand the little dick doctor. He was a prick.
Yeah, that's Dudley from Harry Potter.
Oh, was it? Well, I've never seen Harry Potter, so I couldn't.
Oh, there we go. For the
Holy shit! Yes, it is. Right?
Yep. He's a funny.
Oh my God! I didn't even realize.
What?
Jesus Christ! He's lost some weight.
But yeah, I thought it was good. I just think I think they could do a lot more with that than what they showed. Hopefully, it's just a teaser. I guess it's based on a comic book. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, yes, it was.
True. Yeah.
It was a graphic novel. Is that what it was?
Yeah, graphic novel. I think.
Okay.
I think they're making a number 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I heard
JC, hold on a second. I posted the link, so if any of the people are watching and you guys have seen this movie and you would like to comment or talk about this movie, I posted the link. You can copy it, paste it, however in your browser, and I will see you in the chat and I can pull you into the show. But go ahead, finish up, JC.
That's about it. I mean, I thought it was really good, but I just wish they had done more backstory on a lot of the characters, especially like I said, Charlene's, because she was like the mama of the group, and she was just kind of. I mean, at the end, you kind of got a little bit of it when they showed the board and showed all their things and all the dates and where they had been and all that stuff. But I'd like some more backstory on her at least.
Did any of you look up how old she actually is? I did. She was born in 4500 BC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Cam, you're to JC's right.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start you next.
For this one, I wanted to see Southern Tech Gal in the chat there saying that he wanted to see it as well. 2 hours was, I thought it was going to be a long runtime, but really what they were showing in the story wasn't really long at all. You know, like I kind of wanted more backstory as well, because you only kind of got the backstory, like you kind of only got the like growth of the one character that had just realized that she was like the other characters. You didn't have any backstory for the others, and I'm like, okay. And the way they started the movie was that whole oh my god, they're dead scene, and then they're all of a sudden alive. So yeah, that for me was kind of confusing. But yeah, if they were to do it TV series, then I think we'd cross all the bases we need to cross. But it was really good.
Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Let's see. Who is to Andrew? You are to her left. So, what did you think, sir?
I kind of compared this to when we watched Extraction. So I thought the action was like quite similar, and obviously there was the backstory. There was very little backstory. I mean, there was probably a little bit more backstory in this than there was in Extraction. But however, I still think Extraction was a better movie. And I don't know. I think this is going to be a week where I don't like either of the movies, because I just thought the story was stupid. I couldn't get into it at all.
Wow.
And I think, I think Charlize Theron, it wasn't our best movie, but she was probably the best in the movie. She was probably the best actor or actress. Yes, that's not in question. That's not a question at all. That's 100% play.
Yeah, I'll hit that on rewind too.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. For most of the movie, I just kept thinking where they're going with this movie, like where they're going with this story, what they're doing with it. Because they had it kind of felt like, well, 1 minute it was going to be centered around Charlize Theron, and then in the next minute it was going to be centered around the new person in the group,
Niall.
What's she called? Niall.
Name is Niall.
Niall, yeah. And then, this whole time I was thinking to myself, are they actually going to explain how they got like this? Like, are they going to explain this at all, or are they going to say how old she was, or what the whole point of this whole thing is? Like, why they live for so long? Why did they die? Like, after dying a certain number of times, and they kind of did explain some of it a little bit at the end, but I just thought it was a little bit too late and it was a little bit quick for the explanation. I like the whole boat thing, and I like how they had it like, oh, she saved this person, and this person went on to invent this, and this saved somebody else, and this saved millions of people. I like that kind of aspect to it. Yeah, that bit there where you got shown.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think they probably could have done a little bit more explanation on that. Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought the story was a little bit all over, and the action was really good, but yeah, without the story, I didn't like it.
Okay. All right. So who is to Claire? You're next, my dear.
I thought this was kind of cool. Just what was it? This is Wednesday. Let me see now. Last week, kind of a fun little coincidence. I was listening to Howard Stern one morning, and he had Charlize on for this.
Mhm.
So when so they had a bit of a chat about it, and so when I saw that we were doing it this week, I was like, oh fuck yeah, cool! I got an excuse to see what this is like. It was way too like quick. I thought it was really fast, and like Andrew was saying, a lot of holes in it. They're like no, and maybe it's because of the pace of it, but there was no backstory on any of them. Biggest hole in it being Theron's. What the hell is her name? Cynthia or Anne?
Charlize.
Or something?
Charlize?
But her character's name.
Andy.
Hey?
Andy.
Andy. That's the one.
Andy.
Andromache of Cynthia.
Yeah, everyone keeps wondering. Like the big Cadbury secret of this whole hour and a half seemed to be, how the fuck old are you? But I did. But at the end, when they show the three dots to infinity, it'll probably come out in subsequent or like following if they make any sequels.
I definitely.
I think there's plenty of room to build on that.
It's kind of good in a way when you think about it, doing it the way they did do it. In that there's so many questions. You got enough answered. You know, one guy's 200 years old, the other guy's died in the Crusades, and you know she's way older than that. So it gave you enough backstory, but not quite enough backstory that you do want to see more. So people are going to want to watch the next one to see. You know, I like that.
I feel like this is going to be a prequel. I think there's going to be a prequel because it just feels like what they're going to do with Extraction.
Well, when I noticed,
well, they got to do something because Shay showed up at the end.
In that opening fight scene, when the guys come out of the shadows and they leveled them all, and then they come back to life and things unfold from there. I thought, oh gee, because I don't do well with let's call it the history of civilizations and all that sort of thing, like with the kind of beings, we'll call them that they were immortal and all that kind of stuff. I don't do well with history. So when I realized that all of this little cluster of people have a history, obviously, as to why they are the way they are, I thought, fuck, I'm going to learn something. I just, I depending on what it is, I get bogged down in that stuff really easy. I don't know. I'm a loser in that way. But did I hate it? No. I did kind of the CEO of Merrick, the corporation.
Yeah.
What is it with villain? Yeah, him. Mm-hmm. What is it with villains always having to look like fucking villains? Like he looks like half a fucking cunt. Like Jesus. Oh man. He just looks mean, and that he didn't have any friends in high school. And
I'm gonna get you all back for stealing my lunch money.
Yeah, right. And now he's the CEO of this big company, and anything to get results. Blah blah blah. Okay, come on there, Chad. I don't know. But the action choreography, that was cool. I did like as well when I found out that, because Tristan told me that the people that made John Wick are behind this. I thought that was kind of neat.
Maybe where the action's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So all in all, I didn't hate it. I just thought there's room for some backstory there, and of course sequels if they come out with them.
Yeah, true. Miss Blue, what you think, my dear?
Well, I watched it twice. The first time I watched it, I thought it was okay. I liked it. I didn't love it. Second time I watched it, I liked it way better. I love her boys. I think they're all friggin' cool. I love the little love story between the two of them there. I like when they were making out in the big truck with all the armed guards around them.
He's not my boyfriend.
What?
He's not my boyfriend.
I know. That was so adorable. And then when they finally do open the doors at the end and all the guards are knocked out, like it was like there's just a lot of fun parts for me. Like the first scene where they have the big have to get they get shot up and they have their big gun battle. There was some cool shit in that. Like just the way they worked in conjunction with each other, the way they moved and everything. I love that. The guy with the shotgun on the ground, like the one guy stabs, he bangs the shotgun, it shoots the guy, he spins this guy. The choreography for that was awesome, I thought. And I even liked it, like I said, better the second time around. Just like when they get rescued at the end in the lab and when they're all moving together, the way they're handing each other guns without even looking and all that shit. And I loved the part where Andy's injured and you know that she's now mortal. And when they're trying to get out and Niall steps in front of her to block the bullets because she knows she is going to survive it. I thought just how cool that part was.
Yeah.
For me, there was a lot of stuff. I got definitely not enough background, but I mean, that's fine because they'll make another one and I'll get pieces from there. And you know what I mean? I kind of like that. It's like watching Lord of the Rings. You can watch Lord of the Rings and you go, well, hey, they didn't tell me what happened. No, because there's another one coming. So you gotta be a little patient and hopefully they will tell more stories. Like I want more of Niall and I want all of their backstories. Like not full stories, but more backstory. So I don't know. For me, I really, really ended up enjoying it. And it was mainly because the fight scenes were a lot of fun. Her and Andy and Niall fighting on the plane part was cool.
Yeah.
Or even when Andy shoots her in the head, like she doesn't even talk to her. She just walks up and shoots her in the head and and then waits and she's like pissed off because it's taken her so long to come back. Like I don't know. I found a lot of fun parts in it, so I really liked it the second time around. Like I said, I thought the boys were friggin' cool. Niall was cool. Andy was cool, and I like the idea that now that girl is out of the water there. Yeah, that she's back. It's crazy, and I like that they have that guy going to be helping them. You know, scrub footage of them and stuff to keep them safe and to find them causes worth fighting for. I want to see some causes. So maybe they'll tell a forward story with Niall, you know, when they're on a new mission, but at the same time, they'll backstory people a bit, you know, they'll give you a little bit more information about them, hopefully. So that's it for me.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Going to my left, and I'm making sure not to try to leave anybody out. Aubin. Okay. I want to make sure I don't leave nobody out. Thank you. So, Aubin, what you think, bud?
Okay. I feel like how you did, Blue. I know for sure they're gonna come out with another movie on this. You know, because they took so much time to pick the other girl to basically replace Charlize.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting much of a backstory to everyone because I figured that there's not enough time. Really, there wasn't enough time to sit there and tell, what each person went through, while you're still trying to, get the whole, plot down in the film.
It's too complicated for how much time the movie actually was.
Right. So I know they'll do all that in the next movie because everyone's going to have their own opinion on, what this person did and what that person did. But to be able to see a map of everyone that they've helped, that's really pretty neat. And that would really be something great to see going forward, Yeah. Because they could, do a movie and show, whoever they helped, and then towards the end they'll show you, oh well, look, this what that person did who they saved. You know what I mean? I really like the movie. And that's about it. Same thing everyone else had said that likes it. It's I thought it was a good movie, and waiting for part 2.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and start, and I posted the link again for anybody that would like to join the chat to talk about what they like or didn't like about the movie. And we're going to try to move through this so we can get them this movie, so we can get to Hamilton, and we're actually running really well. We're right at time. So we got time. We got time to talk about this movie. So as I don't want to regurgitate everyone else's comments, but I agree with almost everybody on here. The action scenes, the fight scenes, to me were very well choreography. The choreography of the fight scenes was top notch. I loved the fight scenes. The hand to hand, I thought they did a great job. I saw that DeBeach posted, and he says where she had been injured 3 times when filming was complete to deal with injuries that she had suffered during the fight scenes.
Yeah, she had to have 3
Yes.
surgeries after.
Yeah. I mean, some of those scenes were really, I mean, just top notch. I'll tell you something else I liked about this movie, and I think Carrie Ann is in the chat, and I mentioned it today at work, is the reloading. If you guys remember when I talked about Hacksaw Ridge last week, and it bothered me that when they were pulling Vince Vaughn, and he's got that little grease gun or whatever it was, he's like, grrr, 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 grrr. He never stops. I'm like, when did you reload that damn gun? You never did. This one, did you see him picking up other weapons?
All the time.
Grabbing it?
All the
and they were
time.
like, here's, I got 16 shots, or I got 9 shots. If it's a 45, you only got like 7 shots. So you only got a certain number of shots per gun. And so they're grabbing those. That little bit
means a lot.
kept me from those little things in the movie bothers me, because I'm thinking, I don't like you never reloaded, because in reality, you got to reload that gun. So I enjoyed that. Hold on. Reloaded, because in reality, you got to reload that gun. Oh, wait. All right. Carrie Ann. Carrie Ann, you have to mute YouTube, because I hear YouTube. And then you can unmute yourself once you mute the YouTube channel, because I'm hearing my echo. So that was one of the things that bothers me in movies, and it didn't bother me in this, because I saw them pick up the gun.
Yeah,
and
small details.
That keeps me in that moment of a movie. The fight scenes, when they took bullets, and as Blue said, when they took bullets for her, I don't know. I kind of smile, because I'm thinking, you care about this person. You're going to take the bullets because you're going to heal, because she won't.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's freaking awesome. And I do see this as a launch pad for forward as well as backwards.
Yeah.
So they can go both directions with this movie.
Totally.
Because it's put you in a place. And I think what Netflix is doing, they're saying, do we have an audience for this?
Yeah.
How is our audience played? Right. And if our audience takes to this, guess what? We'll spend money to make more. Yeah. But if it doesn't, hey, no harm, no foul.
Well, and I can tell you 100%, I want to see more.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I didn't like about this movie, is when it was over with, I was like, I want more.
That's one thing Netflix does on a regular basis. They keep and drop stuff, like you can set your watch to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of smart.
They go to yeah. Carrie Ann, I put you back on. I turned you back on, but so I did. I enjoyed the movie, and as everyone said in the panel, was there holes? Was there gaps? What did they not give backstory? Sure,
2 hours.
Sure, but they only had so much time. But again, I felt like they were just taking the temperature of it. Is this going to be interesting to people? And when I'm looking at, what was her name again?
Charlene.
Andy. Oh, I need a hall pass for that, because we can both
have it, honey.
We can both do her. I mean, I was like, oh, I've never really.
She's sexy.
She's all right to me until I saw her in this movie.
What?
Yeah, she's been all right. I mean, she's just been all right. But then when I saw her in this movie, I just like that little edge to her. I like that little. And when you said that she was, and I looked it up, 6,000 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, 6,000 years old. Okay, so I'm done.
Well,
I mean,
the two guys that died in the Crusades, right? The Crusades is like, what is it, 1,000 to 1,400? Does that sound right? Is that BC?
That's AD.
No, that would be AD.
Okay.
Be after death, Crusades, because they were believing in Christianity.
Oh yeah, exactly. Very good. That's a very good point. So they were like, probably 700, 800 years old. Joey and Nikki.
You know what's cool, Todd?
Yes.
It's fucking funny, and I laugh my ass off every time he does this. When I was giving my comments on it, I mentioned Howard Stern that she was on last week. Every time Charlize is on Stern, he goes on and on about how much of a fucking 11 she is.
He's just hoping for like a mercy screw.
I listened to the audio. the morning she was on, and then I watched the interview on the app, and because I'm a nerd like that, and he fucking he'll segue himself into it, and then he just goes, "But you're so fucking hot. Look at you."
Mhm.
So you're not alone, Toddy boy.
Yeah, she's beautiful. I've always found her beautiful.
All right. So Carrie Ann, you joined the show, and if I'm thinking this is Carrie from my work, Carrie, you're unmuted, so I should be able to hear you.
Woman of few words.
Give her a second. See if she's listening to the other side. All right, she's not muted on my side.
I got some headphones for you.
Carrie, are you able to hear us? Are you able to hear us? Testing, Carrie. What? Look, we took too long to get to her. She's like, you guys are talking too damn much.
There's an issue somewhere
She
between
said
the
her
chair
mic
and the
isn't
PC.
working. She said, I think my mic isn't working on my side.
Wait.
She's talking in the chat.
All right, yeah, I see. All right, so what I would say is look in there, and if you're using your phone or something, you want to go to your cam mic settings, which is like in the middle, and make sure that you turn it because it gives you different options. So we'll give you a second.
When you go in the StreamYard.
Yeah, when you're in StreamYard, you should see down at the bottom it has the little camera mic.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Carrie, another part that I love too was when Andy goes whipping through the church there, taking everybody out. I loved that fight scene. Was kick ass because she had a gun in one hand and a sword in the other, and she used them both like perfectly in conjunction with each other. That part was freaking cool.
And you know one of the things. Go ahead, Claire.
No, I was just gonna say she's good at those roles.
Yeah, she was great as Furiosa in Mad Max.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, the first time I think I ever saw her kick ass was probably remember Aeon Knox? That movie wasn't great, but she was pretty damn sexy in it.
I used to watch the original Aeon Flux back in like the 1800s when it was on.
Sorry, Aeon Knox. Freaking fan of Cody.
There's a Cody fan for you.
There we go. Thanks, Claire.
Aeon Knox. There we go. Holy fuck.
But I did like
some bitch in leather breaking into a bank.
When she stabbed people, it was like more of an instant death when she was stabbing because it was always in the middle of a body part. Yep. It's little things like that. When I see someone just cut your leg off, you still could shoot somebody. If they cut your leg off. You can still shoot somebody.
Well, did you see the part where she's fighting that guy on that crosswalk, and he's got a knife, and she's killed now?
Yeah, she can be killed.
He's got the baton in the other hand that he's going to hit her with, and the first thing she does is she stabs him in the shoulder, and then she takes him out at like the back of the leg.
Yeah, all the kill spots.
It was all precision, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's neat. Remember when that guy said about her, she's forgotten more ways than an army.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
All right, so Carrie Ann, I don't know if you've got your mic sorted out because I know you've watched this, and she was talking about that she was going to read the comic books too, or was going to try to read the comic books before the show. So I don't know. So I'll go ahead and let's see, like Carrie, like I said, when you click on the thing on the StreamYard, I don't know if you're on your laptop or your phone, you might try jumping in on the other one, on the other device, one of the two, but you can make sometimes, if you're on a laptop, sometimes the mic will be set to a funky device. And
I think it's my headphones. I'm still working on it.
Okay. And Alban knows all about that.
Yeah, I'm an expert now.
His mic worked too good though, and it would just reverb.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we would hear the fans and all. So all right, so we'll go ahead and we'll move on so that we'll get to Hamilton, and we'll let Carrie Ann, if she can get our mic sorted out, we will let her roll back into what she thought on this and Hamilton, because I know that she wants to talk about both of those. So people in the chat, tell us play or pass for this movie. And all right, who am I hearing? All right, and I will look at StreamYard. So all right, so I got to roll up. So I can't ask Carrie Ann because she's at the bottom of my list. JC, so play or pass for this movie? JC
can't
gives
hear
it
him. There
a yeah.
He gave
No,
it a thumbs up.
I think. Well, I had muted him because I was getting some echo at one point.
Yeah, I got traffic going by me over here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was getting it. No problems. No
No
problems.
planes?
All right,
My internet
so
sucks at home, so I'm out on the road.
he's in his truck, hey, or in his car. I'm not sure which one it is. Is it a truck or a car? What?
Van.
Don't tell me it's like one of those soccer mom vans.
It's a Ford Windstar, Freestar.
Oh Lordy, bless
It's
your
my
heart.
office car.
I'll have to
It's my mobile office.
We're gonna take your man card away. All right, Cam, what do you got?
Yeah, this one for me. If they give me a sequel, then I'm gonna play it. But still, either way, it's a wild one. But yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one for me. So it's a
This is a
play
good
for
one.
me.
So it's a play for you. I do like rednecks. JC, you look like you're getting ready for the race at Bristol tonight. He's like the car cam. For any of you NASCAR guys that know what that camera in the car, where you get to see the driver. So that's a funny comment. All right, Andrew, what did you think of this, bud?
A pass. However, I think they might be able to save it with a part 2 if they do a little bit more backstory.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Let's see who is next. Claire, Miss Claire, what did you think of this?
I'll give it a play, definitely.
All right. All right. So we got...
And on that, I'm noticing the time of day. I still have time to get myself together and meet Tristan after work. So I'm going to excuse myself at this time.
Cool. Have fun. Tell her we said hi.
Will do. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Nice to see everybody again.
Welcome back, Claire.
Welcome back. Missed you.
You know where we are. You know where we are on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
I rushed home. I'm telling you.
Well, you know where we are on Wednesdays. Hit me up on Facebook, and I'll send you a link.
Will do, girlfriend. I'm out for now.
Take care.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Let's
Bye,
see.
Claire.
So I'm moving to my left. Blue. Thoughts?
I'm a play for sure, especially because I know there's going to be a second one coming. So yeah, you got to watch the first one first. So just do it and get it over with. But it's a lot of fun. Don't expect it to be woo amazing. But if you want just a fun little ride, definitely. What was that, Andrew?
Did
You saying something?
No, I don't think he said anything.
Oh, I thought he did.
All right.
Maybe he was just making faces, so I assumed.
Wait, where's Sydney's thought on this movie? Where's Sydney?
I was trying to read a message,
didn't
but
watch
I haven't
it.
got my glasses on.
Oh, Lordy.
She didn't watch it, so that's why she went to go paint.
Oh,
You can probably get her watching.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, so I heard a ding in my head. I thought it was somebody else sending me a message. All right, so Alban, what did you think of this, sir?
I'm a play all day. And I
Play all
can't
day.
wait for the part 2s. I do believe Netflix will make a 6-parter out of this. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, they'll milk it. They'll milk it.
They'll milk it.
Good. Bring it on.
It could be like a cow on the damn farm. They're
That's
gonna
what they'll
milk
do.
this
Honestly,
fucker.
I want more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they want. That's what they want. So Eddie's got a pass on this. DJ gave it a play. I want to say Redneck gave it a play. Play was from Southern Tech Gal. Play from DeBeach. Forrest, I don't know if you've seen this movie. If you want to post your thoughts, play or pass on this. Carrie Ann, I don't know if you've sorted out your mic yet. I don't hear you yet. But hey, Carrie, whenever you get your mic, you just start talking and I'll hear you. So I give it a play. Again, for me, the action scenes overshadow the lack of content or lack of backstory, because this movie would have been 5 hours long. And do I want to watch a 5-hour movie? No. So I understand what Netflix is doing here. I understand what Netflix is doing. What was that, Andrew?
I said, "Oh shit! I was going to pick Lord of the Rings this week."
Well, hey,
You're funny. No, you were gonna pick Fellowship of the Ring. And leave it at that.
Hey, all I'm going to say is it's your damn week. You better be prepping your ass. right? Ain't it Andrew's week?
Yeah.
Blue, you're supposed to help
Yes,
me with it. Hold on. Because
It's my week.
it's your week, and then it'll be Auburn's week, and then my week. And then Cam just hit 4 this week.
Where did Cam?
So
Cam is
next week will be next week. And so Cam will be next week. So we might end up having like a two picks.
Okay.
So all right, so I go through I give it a play. Definitely a play. Action scenes. I can overshadow all the other stuff because there was enough great content. And one of the things when Blue talked about when they're doing the fight scenes and she shoots the shotgun in the floor. I mean, there was so many little things to me that just made it a really good movie. A really, really, really good movie. So that's from me. So
honestly, it's even better like the second time you watch it. If you liked it the first time, you love it the second time.
yeah, I'll definitely watch this again. I mean, I would definitely. I mean, there's so much going on, and I mean, the lulls where they're doing storyline are not that long. You know, sometimes storyline parts, like, I don't want, but no, there was enough. Those weren't long enough. The action scenes to me,
yeah,
really
like
kept.
One of the only slow scenes in it is where you got the most information. So I liked it, where you found out how old the guys were and when they died, and and then she has the nightmare about the girl underwater, and it's like then you get a little bit of that backstory. Like, yeah, there wasn't a lot of lulls. The lulls were good lulls.
Definitely worth watching. So, play from all of us. Andrew was a pass. So there was just a few passes on the. Eddie had a pass on this. So I think we had more people for play than pass. But decide on yourself if you like those kind of things. You've heard what our thoughts are on this, and we're going to go to Hamilton at 6:20. I told Forrest that we would be at Hamilton at 6:30. I'm actually early on this, so
Dang, Sharon.
yeah. So I'm feeling pretty good. Sharon's over on the side. If she wants to jump in the chat, she can. I will post her the link. Hold on a second. If she's watched Hamilton and she wants to jump in, she's more than welcome. You can send her the link if Sharon, if you've watched it, if you want to jump in on Hamilton, we have time. So we were going to go to Hamilton, which is the extra credit for this week, folks. If you guys, we had 2 movies normally, but we give an extra credit for this week to see if you've been able to force your way through the 2 movies. Now we're in the third, and I think an hour and 20 minutes we're okay on this. And then we'll give. All right, who am I here?
Is that Blue?
No, I was muted.
Wait.
Well,
all right, wait.
There we go. You're good.
All right. So I was like, whoa, shit. I'm hearing somebody. I couldn't. Normally I see like a little bar, and I didn't see that bar. So I was like, I don't know who that is. So we're going to go to Hamilton. And this is going to be a round table discussion. We are not going to be discussing it in one by one. We're going to go ahead and discuss it. So Hamilton, I will be the first to jump into the table. I don't like plays. I've went to plays. I tolerated plays. Some plays were all right. This play, yeah. Maybe it was just the music, but yeah. I'd watch this thing again. I enjoyed it. So, what do you guys think? What y'all thinking?
I need to watch it again. I liked it, but I want to watch it again with subtitles. I should have listened to Blue when she originally said that, watch it with the subtitles.
Yeah.
Oh, you moved outside.
They're talking like they're rapping so fast. It's like you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you say there?
What do you say? Right.
Blue told me to turn on subs, and I did, and that helped me.
I think that I don't know how I would have felt it being in a theater to watch it without subs would feel. You know what I mean? Or even being at the play and if not being able to understand. But it was only really just with the rap scenes like that. Everything else is fine.
Well, Lynn, the guy who plays Hamilton, who and he wrote it too, with all the music and everything. He said that they got 6 words per second in that. The one where the guy that's in Snowpiercer there, what's his name? David Diggs. He was 6 words a second.
Wow.
Is what he was saying. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Man, that's crazy.
All right, so I'm gonna post this over here.
And change your spoiler.
Thank you, bud. Thank you. See,
You're
there's somebody that's in the that's in it that's actually helping me.
Oh.
Up. All right, go ahead, hon.
Okay, so I loved it. Loved it the first time I watched it. I'd never even heard of it, and apparently it's been around forever.
Yeah, how did
And
you
so-
not heard of it?
Not ever. I think about 5 years.
You know what it's like to
I mean,
try to get tickets for it here?
I know. That's what I've heard, and I mean, I didn't know it existed. So when first time I watched it, the only problem I had with it, I only had one problem with it, and it was the dude who played King of England, because he had spit all the time. It was driving me nuts.
I thought he was hilarious though.
I had to look away though, because like spittle on your chin and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay, all right. So
It's
I'm going to
gross.
say this. All right, so Forrest and I talked about this today. Forrest is in the side chat. Forrest, if you want to join the chat, I do have the link. You can join the link. Forrest told me he was the Mad King George.
Oh, so that was on
Mad
purpose.
King George, and he says you got to think about it. He's kind of crazy.
Okay,
And
you know what?
I was like, I'm watching it in 4K. Think you're watching it in 1080. I'm watching
I was
4K.
watching
So,
4K.
so
spittle
you're saying
on his
he
chin
did
the whole
that on
time.
purpose?
It was bothering me because I'm
Hey.
thinking, oh, wipe your chin or something. Like, do like that. But he never
I
did.
was actually watching him when he walked off stage to watch if he wiped it.
Yeah, like, so do you think he did it on purpose? Because
Yeah,
I just thought he was just singing so hard he was just spitting all over himself.
yeah, yeah, because we talked about that, and I said that bothered me, and he goes,
Yeah.
he was the
Oh, me
Mad
too.
King George, and that's why he did that, and I was like, okay, so then it made sense. And I'm thinking, if I wouldn't have watched it in 4K, maybe it wouldn't have bothered me so much.
No, it's still bad in 1080.
I watched it in 4K.
All right, wait, hold on a second. All right, so Carrie Ann, do we hear you?
Hi, Todd.
Carrie
Get
Ann.
in! All right.
There she is.
Hey,
I
gotta
didn't.
go
I just now realized I was muted.
All right, Karen. All right,
Yes.
so Blue, can you handle it from here? Because I got to
Todd,
go.
Todd, you have something over her. Is she on the bottom
Uh-oh.
of there?
Yeah,
'Cause
she
she-
must be
Well,
on the
Can you
all
hear
right,
me?
well, I got rid of it.
Oh, it's just an
had
icon
it
anyway.
on.
Oh, okay.
I got to go to the bathroom,
Okay.
and I'm going to mute
Go
myself.
pay your water bill.
Okay, I'll take over for now. So, Aubin, anything else more you want to say about it?
No. We're at a round table. Go ahead. Anyone can talk.
I loved it. Yeah, first time really liked it. Second time liked it more. Did the subtitles, so got more of the story. It made me want to learn American history, and I'm not even American.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so interesting that it was like I looked up everybody. I was reading their backstories. Reading about his. He never had a love affair with the sister though. It was just spoken.
He
It
did
was-
not. It seemed to be a very close affection.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Yeah,
was
he wanted to. He
speculated,
probably wanted to
but-
do her, but.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, so many good songs. Oh my God, I had goosebumps most of the time. Just the way how good the singing was in it was unbelievable. So yeah, I loved it. Cam,
For me, I watched this. I watched this first originally when it first dropped. Like I said, I watched it at probably about 6 in the morning. I had breakfast and I was like, listen to my brother-in-law and my sister. I was like, listen, I'm either gonna watch this with y'all or without you. So let's have breakfast and let's watch it. So we watched it the first time with subtitles, and of course, Blue, like you said. I recommend everybody who hadn't watched it or whatever wanted to watch it with subtitles. You'll get the story a lot easier because, like you said, they're rapping all the time. But for me, it was great. I loved it because it was like historical and it was a musical, and I like musicals. So yeah, I loved it.
yeah, it was historical and modern at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh, Eliza.
All right, I'm back. All right, so
Okay.
did Sharon get
Okay,
to talk?
Yeah. I absolutely loved it. That If I was in school, I would love to learn history that way.
Exactly.
I would love to. I did not watch it with the subtitles, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, all the songs were great. I mean, the story was great. The the play, it doesn't seem like a play because you watch it on TV like a movie, was fantastic, fabulous from the very beginning to it was just all around great.
I think one of my favorite
I
parts in
mean,
it.
like okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say one of my favorite parts in it was whenever there was a bullet shot. How you see that girl and they called her Death, eh? And she would be directing the bullet, like just the way they shot that on stage made it was really neat. It was like a movie.
Yes, and I also like one of the things that stuck with me through the movie, like he was telling him, you got to listen, don't talk so much.
Yeah.
When you talk so much, that could cause you to die. That's why we got 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, listen to that damn wisdom right there.
Okay.
So yes, I absolutely loved it. I mean, I was trying to get my daughter to watch it with me. She'll watch a little bit and leave, and watch a little bit and leave. But yeah.
Yeah. All right, Carrie, all right, so Carrie, have you had a chance to talk? I'm sorry, I had to go get rid of some of that beer. Is Carrie's mic working? I heard it.
I guess I'll give my opinion on it next.
Yep.
I was kind of brought in as a ringer. Todd and I talked about Hamilton a week or so ago, and I love this musical. I was fortunate enough to see it live off Broadway, not on Broadway. And it's amazing. It was really great to see the filmed version looked beautiful. It was great. It felt like being at the theater, which was nice in these apocalyptic times. And I don't know. I love it. It was one of those things that I was so excited when it dropped onto Disney Plus, and I wanted everyone I knew to be able to see it, but also not to tell me how they felt about it, because if they didn't enjoy it, it would break my heart a little. But thankfully, most people, it definitely hit a little differently in 2015 and 2016, before the last election. It feels a little different emotionally to it's like, oh, hope, what was that like? An interesting feeling. But it was nice, like watching it again. I was upset with myself for putting it off, and I was like, okay, now I could watch this every other day if I wanted.
And then how they started the show. It was of course it was filmed in the theater, but the way they started the show, it was like turn off all.
Yeah.
Drop your cell phone, turn off everything.
Enjoy my show. That for me was even though that's not a part of the musical, of course, that for me, I was like, okay, this is gonna be fantastic. Like, that's it. Like, that was great.
Yeah, that you're right about that, because when it talks,
yeah, it was really lovely. They did a really nice job of it. And now I was just like, oh, what other filmed Broadway productions are there that they could conceivably drop? Probably zillions. Give them to me. What else are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that Forrest says is the spinning stage, and him and I talked about that today.
Yeah,
I love the stage moving, and I love the way that parts of it moved in certain directions, and that really added to it. And I agree with Cam when it does the part where it's like the director's telling you to turn off your phones.
The spinning stage was definitely a thing they did with the touring show too.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in Chicago in October of 2016, and it was pretty close to what we were able to watch, what we were able to stream now, just a different cast. And it was nice to see the original Broadway cast doing it, and because that's what the cast album is from. And I don't know,
I mean, to
I
me,
can't say enough good things about
does it
it.
amaze anybody else that they memorize all the lyrics and the verses and the
Yes.
dance choreography for 3 hours? I mean, to
Yes.
me, that was when I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I mean, maybe you're off for a couple 5 minutes. You're not off long. I mean, Hamilton, he's on almost all the time. I mean, the choreography. I'm thinking, you don't have someone over there giving you cues. You're not reading a cue card.
Right.
And it's like, I mean, yes, through a song and you can remember songs and it's easy for us, but I was blown away with the how well it came together. And what was it, 3.5 hours long?
It was
I
pretty
agree,
long,
Todd. I mean, it felt like. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But I will say, I thought that I was going to suffer through it. But at intermission, I was like, okay, all right, I'm okay for this to go for another hour and a half or 2 hours, whatever it was at intermission for the 1 minute. I was fine with that, and I'm thinking, I loved every single song. And I've been in musicals where I'm like, this song sucks. No, every single song, and yes, I love The King. The King to me was kind of funny. And when Boris and I talked about that with him spitting, and it bothered me that the spit on his face, I'm like, oh, I want to wipe it. But he was funny. And I it's like all the characters, we talk about some movies, you don't care about the characters. There's no character development. I cared about almost every single character in this play. That was what was so amazing in his widow to carry on his legacy, and to when they talk about the things that she did after he died was even more powerful to me. Yeah. The Washington Monument and the orphanage. And I was like, this woman wasn't just I'm gonna sit at home and cook and bake.
That's why I said to you, Todd, too, that I thought it was neat because it's called Hamilton and not Alexander Hamilton, because at the very end, it's her. And she's also Hamilton. So it was like, is it partly, it's about him, but it's also about her. And nobody would even know who he really was if it wasn't for her sharing all her letters and stuff.
I agree, too, Blue,
Sorry,
because, if you notice in one of them songs, she was like, part 2 is going to be about us. The women are going to be written in part 2.
Yeah. Andrew, you haven't spoken yet. What'd you think of it?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, that's why you're being so quiet then? Okay.
I'm just letting people talk.
Sorry, there's no spoiler.
Hey, I thought I really thought that I would dislike this, to be honest. I mean, because there's really no spoiler to this. I'll post that. Thank you. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't click the button. But I actually thought I was going to dislike it, and I actually, this was the last movie I watched, and I shouldn't have made it the last movie because it was good. I mean, I've been to plays, I've been to musicals and seen it. I've been at DPAC, which Carrie knows where that's over in Durham. We see the Broadway. It's not the true Broadway, but it's when they go on the road show and they do the Broadway tour. I've seen different shows, and some shows were all right. That's okay. This one, I would have bought tickets to go to the next night because it was the music. Maybe it was because it's hip hop, it's modern, but the lyrics, and I would suggest to turn on subtitles. Blue, thank you for telling me to turn on subtitles.
Honey, are you drunk?
No.
Okay.
Because it did help me, because I caught things that they were saying. I'm like, oh, wow, that is very historical. And in all honesty, I thought he was a president at one time. Until I looked on Wikipedia. I thought he'd become a president, but no. Don't eat the red soap. What the hell? All right, so hey, table's open. What do y'all think? What else we got going?
I just wanted to say real quick, I tried to watch Hoosiers. I kept falling asleep. I'm sorry. It was really good. What I saw of it. It was very good. It was a good movie.
It was good.
Back in 1951, what I watched of it. That small hometown feeling, made me feel like they was like in the country, and that was great in Indiana, what they did, how they brought their team, how the whole city or town rather, just rooted for them all the way.
Yeah.
And stuff, what I watched with it.
It was neat because they said, I guess, the reason it was such a big deal is because there was such a small town team, right?
Yes.
I mean, but the thing, did you hear too? They said 64 boys in that school, and there was 2,800 in the school they played. Like putting that in perspective, what they had to choose from. So it was like it's an even bigger deal. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I had a small school.
I mean, for it to be based on a true story,
Yep.
It was really good. I had a, father, with the one boy was alcoholic and stuff, but he still tried to be there for his son. I mean, like I said, fortunately, sorry, I fell asleep on it. I was trying to watch it again. But when I watched it, it was good. Now, Old Guard, at first, I didn't know how to take that movie. I was like, But towards the end, to me, it kind of got better. Because like in the beginning, how they all got killed. I was like, oh my goodness. But maybe the beginning of the movie is the end of the movie. Because how they all got shot up and then they were laying there dead. And I was like, oh, so now it's going to go back to what led up to that. But then when they got up, I was like, oh, okay. And then the girl, I'm just going to call Nina, whatever her name was. I'm going to just call her the protege. How she was in the service or whatever. And then she shot that guy and she got killed at the first, But I thought, at first, oh, she's in the hospital. She's going to get better or whatever and stuff. And, of course, she ended up getting out. They ended up returning her to the service. And then she comes with Charlize Theron, which I forgot her name. Anyway, she comes up with her character and she's out there in the desert. And then she shoots her and drags her in her Jeep or whatever. And, the next thing you know, she's in the airplane and she's almost like prove yourself. And they're fighting and everything. And here she thought she done got her tied up and finna shoot the pilot. And she told the pilot to play dead. Come to find out, that's how she finds out that, oh, wow, I'm what is going on? I'm really immortal and everything. And then the one guy who was supposed to be her friend, that was crazy how he betrayed her, him and the old guy, because I thought that one guy, sorry, I don't remember a lot of characters' names, but that one black guy, I was like, oh, they're really the good guys, but they had really, I know that he was mourning his wife, mourning things of his wife, and that's what made him have an interest in them to begin with. Yeah. But I thought that was messed up how I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, but you're right because he was thinking, because he said about all of my other family have just are grown old and died, and I'm still around.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted his family to still be there, and that was what he was struggling with. That he wanted them to still be part of his life.
Well, did you hear what he said though? He basically said he wanted to find a way to end it.
Yes. That's the reason why he betrayed her. And you see that the posters he out on the wall, like the timeline of all the years and years and decades and stuff that they've been there, and it just never died.
Yeah, it was like he was worn down from losing so many people.
Exactly. And I can understand that, And then when she, when they do betray her, she gets shot and she's just bleeding. And I'm thinking, oh my, I guess she's, she said she became moral again, and she's up there, dying. And the other guy's like, oh my goodness, what did I do? The one that was supposed to be her friend, he's realizing when the other guy comes in there that he's been working with, he didn't know the other guy was working with. He's like, oh my God, what did I do? Then, oh girl, she comes and, try to save the day and everything. And, helps free them. And I mean, at first, that was another thing with her backstory. She struggled with not seeing her family ever again. She was young, missing her parents, missing her family, so that was a struggle for her, not ever being able to see her family again, thinking that she ain't gonna ever get to see her mom and everybody. And
but she was new to that because all the other ones had already experienced that a long time ago.
Exactly. They experienced it a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago, they had all walked away from their families because their families were long dead.
It was neat in the part when I think she was talking to Charlize. It was either Charlize or it was Booker, and she basically says, where's your dad? And where's Charlize? Where's your dad? And he died. He was in the Army or the Marines or whatever too, and she was naming other things, and she goes, basically that's why you were chosen. You come from a family of warriors. So that's what they all were, right? They were all like one died in Napoleon time, and the other two in the Crusades, and they're all warriors. It's like
Carrie,
it only takes those kind of people.
Carrie, yes.
Carrie, did you watch? You and I had talked about the comic books. I don't know if she's still on.
Yes, because it was a spinoff from the comic book, so you can tell it's gonna be another part.
Her and I were talking about the comic books, and she was talking about that she was going to go back and read it. Maybe she's not listening, but she was talking about that she was going to go back and read those comics too.
I did.
Okay.
I did it today. I'm sorry, I couldn't. My headphones were not functioning. The only person I could hear for about 15 minutes was Blue. So sorry.
Oh, for you.
I've gotten that. So
I
don't
read. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't alone. It was lovely, but it was a very singular conversation I was having. I read so at this point there's a graphic novel based on the first 5 comics, and I think the 5th comic for the second arc came out today. Okay. And I haven't read anything in that, but the comics in the first book is basically the setup for this first movie, and the story is basically the same with just some interesting liberties taken. Andy in the comics is still immortal. She hasn't lost her immortality. That was really the big one. And like Merrick's is still a piece of shit, but his it was a little different, but I actually no, he's extremely dead, which was just as gratifying in the comic as it was in the movie. But for the most part, all the bad guys in the comic, they actually they also kill Copley, the ex CIA agent who kind of set him up and I was glad that they kept him alive in the movie to set up those sequels. And I guess the other big difference in the comics is the Andy's companion, the woman who was put in the Iron Maiden and thrown in the ocean.
Yeah.
She doesn't really exist in the comic, that character. So there is a passing mention of a previous companion who was thrown off a ship and never seen from again, and seen or heard from again, and that was it. There was nothing more there. So that change for the movie and for sequels, I was excited about that. But I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah. Also, I wanted, when she did finally go back in there, because you remember she had a problem with killing that guy. She felt bad about killing that one guy. And she was like, oh, when we went in that church in that place, you killed all them people. How do you feel about that? But she did get the courage when she went in there when it was time to save them. And old boy wanted to go in there with them. She was like, wait, you stay out here. You aren't going to do nothing but go in there and die. You stay back.
Yeah. Old boy, stay out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did like the part where they were talking about the Iron Maiden when they put her in the ocean. They said, think about how crazy, and they showed that part where she would
drown,
die, and then reawake, and then die, and then reawake.
Crazy.
Imagine drowning over and over again.
Yeah,
I know, it's torture.
Waterboarding.
That was the singularly most terrifying moment of that movie for me.
Yeah.
Like, was just imagining that cycle, that never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
And they said, no wonder she's gone crazy. Well, yeah. I mean, how many years that you've been thrown and died and woke and died and woke?
I know. Well, that's like, oh my goodness, I'm still here.
That's why I thought that when they got the new girl, I figured that she might have felt the girl in the iron casket, since she was having all those dreams. And I figured, okay, well, she'll bring them to her, but apparently not.
You know what? That's funny that you
Yes.
said that, Aubin, because I thought the exact same thing. Like
Yeah.
when she dreamt about her, I thought,
Uh-huh.
is she going to have recurring dreams enough to be able to find her?
Right. That's what I thought.
Mhm.
You know?
In the middle of the ocean.
Me too.
Right. Well,
No, but I
hey,
mean,
you know.
That's almost as crazy as the Five Bloods finding them damn
Well, not
billions of
really,
damn
because-
gold. All right.
Well,
No,
how
no,
did-
that was
well, how
crazy when they found that gold.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of nowhere in the jungle. I'm sorry, that was a thumbs down for me.
But how did
That movie
but
just
how
not
did,
make sense.
How did Andy find the Nina girl there anyhow?
Hmm.
She saw
Yeah,
Afghanistan, the war. She saw the war and saw that.
They pieced it to the four of them kind of pieced together where she would be vaguely
By
from
their dreams.
yeah, and that was the thing in the
Okay.
comics as well. They would
Okay.
have they would start having dreams about someone or that I guess Andy probably was really the only one who experienced well, no, that's not true because Booker was only 200 years old as opposed to Joe and Nikki. But yeah, that they would start to have dreams about a new person and they would all be having like a shared dream in different moments of it. And yeah, in the comic that was pretty clear too. Like they were like, oh, okay, we saw a black woman and she was in conflict and all of these things and just kind of pieced it together. And because Andy has been literally everywhere, she was like, okay, I'm gonna go here.
Because she pulled out their name, she was able to get the name off of the uniform.
Yeah, someone saw like a partial name on
the boys did. Yeah.
Marine.
Andy said she's a Marine. She knew right away she was a Marine.
Yeah,
I think she saw. I think saw her clearer than
horses.
All right. Hey, so since we're at 6:49. So all right. So
can I wrap up real quick and ask one question?
Yes, babe.
Real quick?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
real quick. I'm gonna wrap up as quick as I can.
Yep.
So then she finally got the courage. She fought and stuff. That was great. They went to the house to get the old evil guy who was hiding up in the suite or whatever and stuff. I mean, how she took that the scientist, or evil scientist, when they went there and got him. You know, that was just, I just like the way she just, I guess, killed him. But it seemed like every time something happened with them, they felt the pain, like for real. Even though she was like, I'm in so much pain, but I don't really feel it. But you could tell every time something happened, they were just like in so much pain. And when she jumped out, when she ran into him and they jumped out the window and she went through that car, I was like, oh, that had to hurt. That had to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you saw her. She was all twisted. Her bones were all
her fingers all twisted and everything, yucky looking. And then the punishment, that guy, I forgot you just said Booker or whatever, he had to stay away from them. But the other woman, 6 months later, was that her with longer hair? Because it looked kind of like it was Charlize. But
that was the chick that was in the Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah, sure was. You're right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't catch
No, at the end, she said, she says, he has his gun and he goes in.
I missed that part.
I forgot that too, because I was like, is that Charlize with longer hair? But I forgot about that automated lady.
That was absolutely the lady from the bottom of the ocean.
And you know what the best you know what the best part of that whole scene was though? I don't know if you guys noticed it. She was drinking water.
That she poured out of the pitcher. I noticed that.
After drowning all those years and there she is sipping water.
So I gotta watch that again because
so does that mean that he was gonna die or something because he came to face with her or something?
He's probably gonna go bad with her, probably.
I'm shocked that, you know, for her to escape from that Iron Maiden, that none of the others felt that you know, a presence of her. Because the whole thing was that, you know, you would feel the presence of each other. You
but
know,
she was always alive though, Aubin, right? They didn't feel her that whole time.
And
so why would they feel her now?
Yep. They only had the dreams when somebody
born,
new
basically.
had been reborn.
And when you think about it, she's like thousands of years in that thing.
Thousands.
So it probably rusted out. That's probably how she got away.
Well, even though he's probably gonna end up being a bad guy, I kind of felt sorry for him when she said, "Oh, so I'll never see you guys again." And after he had that talk with Nina and stuff, I was like, oh, I know what he did was bad, but I still kind of feel sorry for him.
Oh, me too. But I have a feeling
I feel so bad for him.
The chick from the bottom of the ocean there is going to be bad. She's going to be nuts. She's probably going to blame Charlize for what happened to her. And and maybe you'll think maybe they'll do a complete turnaround. Maybe you'll think he's the bad guy for most of the next movie, and then in the end he'll end up being the good guy. Just how
being a trickster or whatever. Yeah. But I want to say it's a thumbs up for me because I don't know you guys were voting on it when I came in. So
it was Play for me too.
Yeah, play for
Play
me.
for Carrie.
Yep, it's a play.
Yep,
Right.
it's a play.
Yeah, so yeah, I missed that. So now I have to watch it again because I completely missed. Maybe I was at the end and I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Yep, just the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just ignored it.
You know, so it's 6 months later after, and I liked it the way he became. That she asked him in the end. That one other guy that betrayed him asked him what she told him. She didn't ask him, but it looked like she asked him to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Let's get to work."
Yep.
It definitely rewards multiple viewings.
I'm gonna watch it again
today, and it was.
I agree.
Yeah.
I liked it the first time. I loved it the second time.
Yeah.
I gotta get that graphic novel. Yeah.
Since
Image,
it
right?
sounds like we need a sequel.
Yeah. Well, hey, Alban, I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'll find it.
All right, so we'll go to Hamilton because we didn't rate Hamilton. And I know Carrie Ann, you gave the
play.
The Old Guard. You give that a play?
I would give the Old Guard a play. Absolutely.
And Sharon, you were give that a
A
play?
play. A play for
Okay,
me.
so we go to Hamilton, and I'll start with you, Carrie Ann. So Carrie Ann, play or pass on
I would also play Hamilton over and over again.
with a bunch of pluses after it.
Yes, absolutely.
Sharon, did you watch Hamilton?
Yes, play for me.
Play. All right, Cam.
Play a million bajillion times, man. That's
All right.
something. Yeah.
All right, so Andrew did not watch it. Blue, are you there? Are you going to get another one?
No, I'm here. I watched it twice already, and I would definitely watch it at least another 10 times. I loved it.
Okay. All right, Alban.
I'm gonna play. I'll watch it again too. I am gonna watch it again.
Right.
Oh, and sorry.
Yep.
Sorry, Todd. I was just going to interrupt for 1 second. I liked it enough that I was actually just listening to all the music on YouTube the other day while I was at work as well.
I was going to say if you enjoyed watching it, listening to the cast album, I think it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube,
Yep.
it's all over
It
the
is
place.
on Spotify.
It is
All over the
very, very good. Also rewards repeat listens.
Yeah. Definitely. I would give it a play, and even for a guy that's not major into plays, and I'd be like, whatever. No, it is. It's really good. It really is. If for a musical and a play and whatever, it is good. So definitely, I would highly suggest people to watch it. Forrest and I were talking about that. He says he's going to watch it every 4th of July. And he says that's going to be his family family tradition.
That's actually a great idea. I mean,
Yeah, it is really a great idea.
It really teaches about history, and numerous people on the panel said it. This would be a great way to teach history. It would. It was. I expected to push my way through it, and at the end, I really liked it. At the end. So it's kind of weird.
like honestly, I didn't know anything about you guys because American history. I mean, I know a little tiny bit, but not all of that. You know, I knew about 4th of July, but I mean, and I knew there was a war, and you know what I mean. I knew all that stuff, but just the inner workings of how it all came into play. You know, with all the different people who affected changes and came from here and came from there, and these two hated each other, but then Hamilton backs Jefferson. There, it was like, holy crapola, like. A lot of inner workings
I
there.
never thought. All right, so one of the other things I wrote down here, I don't know what it was, but a lot of the songs remind me of Eminem and 8 Mile, or was it 6 Mile or 8 Mile?
8 Mile.
It reminded me of that rap battle, that tune, that feel, that I don't know what it was, but something about 8 Mile kept rolling in my head. Just 8 Mile, 8 Mile, 8 Mile kept. And I don't know if he pulled inspiration from that, but
he pulled it from Jay-Z. He pulled it from he actually, there's a little thing that I saw on Twitter the other day, and he talks about all the different influences that he had, all the different artists that he used, and like Jay-Z was in there. There was a couple other guys that I don't know well, but it was like each song had a sort of a different style, and each one was sort of styled after people that he admired.
Yes, one song seemed like it was a Kanye West style. I had to look and say, is that Kanye West?
Kanye West.
The one part that like really got to me, that was like one of my favorites, was when, because you know him and Hamilton and Burr were always always fighting to be top dog. And at the end, after he shot him in the duel, he was like, "Wait a minute, we could have changed the world together." And that actually happened. That's actually how he died in real life. He died in the duel, and the fact that Burr was like, "Wait a minute, we could have been a powerhouse for change together. Why am I all of a sudden seeing that now?"
Yeah. Well, sometimes that happens in life. You're
Yep.
so focused on what your vision and what your focus is that you don't see what other people's focus is, and that if you join forces, that you actually could do better joined. I mean, that happens in real life. So, so we got plays across the board. I didn't ask on the side chat. I saw plays on a lot of stuff.
I saw a lot of plays,
So I would say that it's a play for anybody that watched Hamilton. So Andrew, I'm sorry we're holding you up late because it's past your bedtime. So you are the pick for the throwback movie. It is your pick. We have to watch it. I don't care what it is, as long as it's not faculty. We don't have to wait.
We probably should. Andrew always picks great movies.
Do
what are you
not
talking
pick
about?
faculty again.
We probably should have let him do this like an hour ago.
The last movie you picked was the best.
Shut up, Sharon. Sit down.
Thank you so much for picking that 2007 movie of the year, Andrew.
Well,
she was drinking the whole time.
Number 23.
The number 23, she was drinking the whole time she watched that movie. All right, I'm sorry, Andrew.
I am going to step out. I enjoyed the faculty. Have a good night, everybody.
All right,
Good
bye,
night,
Gary.
Gary.
Thanks for joining.
in.
All right, Andrew, I'm
God
sorry.
bless her.
Go ahead, bud.
I've had two that I've been going back and forth on. One of them was definitely get as a play because it's like 8.1 or something on IMDb, and the other one is like a 6 point something, and I'm kind of turning towards the 6 point something because I don't know. I don't know. I just like the gamble. So I'm gonna go with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh!
Which one?
Isn't that Simon Pegg in that?
No, that's
Martin
Freeman. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And Alan Rickman.
Yeah, there's a shitload of people in that. Like a shitload. And okay, what was the other one?
It was 12 Years a Slave.
Oh. Same dude that was just in Old Guard, Copley.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't pronounce his name, otherwise I'd say it.
I ain't even attempted it.
You know?
I know my limits.
I really like him. My favorite movie with him in it was Kinky Boots.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull up the trailer for Hitchhiker's Guide so that we go ahead and demonetize and get rid of any kind of revenue that I'll be able to get off this video, anyways. Which we only have 14 people watching, so who gives a fuck?
You think if you put the link in the chat, you think if you put the link in the description, because I know a lot of times when people review movies, if they talk through it and put the link in the chat, a lot of times link in the description.
But well, I
That's a good idea, and they can watch it themselves and probably be a better.
No, because they usually put the original link in the chat for wherever the movie is and stuff.
Right.
Even with
I'll
music,
post it.
that keeps them from being.
All right, so I'll post
not the
it
chat,
there.
but I mean your description. I meant not the chat, but your description.
Yeah, I got you. I got you in the description.
Mm-hmm.
Inscription
from being demonetized.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be limited, anyways. So let me. All right, so yes, Forrest. It's been too many beers now, and now I'm starting to get a little bit fuzzy.
It's probably like the trailer 2 that you want to pick.
Or you want trailer 2 or trailer 1? Trailer 2.
Trailer 2 is a bit more information.
Okay, I saw trailer 1.
Number 42, Meaning of Life.
Wait. I think
if you're ordering McDonald's,
hold on a second.
And your friend says
I don't want to watch the ad. Thank you very much.
French fries.
French fries.
Get rid of the spoiler.
Be their fries.
Oh, wait, you're not supposed to see that.
You're gonna get sued by Mickey D's.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Hey, I already got in trouble last week for this shit.
This show is not sponsored by McDonald's, by the way.
Sharon's like, let me help you then.
Would be awesome.
For educational purposes only.
You can
Yeah,
take off
fine.
the spoiler alert on the bottom.
Oh, thank you. So let me get rid of that. Ticker off.
McDonald's,
Okay.
if you want to sponsor it,
Yeah.
send us a Big Mac
Hey,
meal.
hey,
We'll
we're
talk.
always here for you, Big Mac. Okay, so let me make that full screen. And let's roll on, folks. Trailer 2.
Woo!
Arthur, what if I told you I was from another planet?
What the hell are those things?
Attention, people of Earth. I regret to inform you that in order to make way for the new hyperspace express route, your planet has been scheduled for demolition. Have a nice day.
Hang on, we're hitching a ride.
From the celebrated best-selling novel, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
What is this thing? It's the guide. It's got everything you need to know to survive in the universe.
Losing your planet isn't the end of the world.
Hey, man! What the hell you doing here? Arthur, this is Zaphod Beeblebrox, president of the galaxy.
He shares 3 of the same mothers as me.
It's the beginning of an adventure unlike anything on Earth.
I've been stranded on a strange planet for a number of years. I have been avoiding you. You look great. You're doing well. You've grown.
This spring, the fate of the universe is in their hands.
Sorry, what exactly are we doing?
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't leave Earth without it.
I love cinema.
Nerd, what? What was that?
Okay, I have to say I haven't seen that for forever, and
me neither.
Me either.
I'm excited about seeing that again.
Yep.
That is Andrew. Props for picking an older
50-50
fucking
here.
movie. He's 50-50.
Might have a good one.
That right there, I remember that as being really funny, but I watched that in the 80s, so.
Yeah, me too.
Here we go again.
All right. All right. So Forrest, we got over here. So Sam Rockwell, Mos Def.
Mos Def, yeah. Is it
He's
Mos
in.
Def?
He's in. He's in. All right. So yeah, we got this going on. So folks.
Was that John Malkovich? The dude that was
Yes.
at dinner that got him?
Yes. He was real popular during that time.
Yeah.
Really?
I think so. I don't know.
Was I could not. That was way off the radar. Hitchhiker's
Guide to the Galaxy.
I know. I'm writing it down so I'll forget.
So that you'll forget? Is that what you just
So I
said?
won't forget. Fucking did too many fucking beers into this shit. Damn, who decides this? We got to drink during this show. Jesus. Okay, so I'm done with that. So modern movie.
Were we gonna do Greyhound?
Greyhound, yeah.
This week?
I felt like it was.
Doesn't matter.
I felt like it was pulling that way.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, never mind.
No. I felt like that was the movie. Now, I will say, let me say this.
No.
No. Let me say next week, folks, one other movie that I want to throw out there that you guys need to take a look at for next week. And it's got lots of love. And I'm actually leaning towards it. It's Archive.
That's I think I've seen that one. I think I saw that one. Yeah.
So Archive, you might want to take a look at it. It said one of the things that someone posted that it was it was a love child of Ex Machina and Upgrade.
Ex Machina. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it says it was a visual stunning, great score, well written. So keep that in mind for next week. Just FYI.
Okay. Got Rona Mitra in it, and I love her.
All right, so let's see I think we watched the official trailer last week, which was kind of. So you want to go with? Let's see. I'm looking through the different trailers. Oh, that's Groundhog Day. All right, so we'll go with Greyhound. We'll go with 2002.
The record-breaking phenomenon Parasite made history.
Oh my God! When are we gonna pick this fucking movie?
Best Director Bong Joon-ho and Best Picture of the Year.
I've said we need to watch that movie.
Yeah, I know.
I've said
Rain hell down from on high.
I've said it, and I don't get to say it no more.
Shut up.
Parasite.
Let your holy angel be with me.
Oh, I got to call out tomorrow.
Into your hands I commend myself, my body, and soul. Amen.
Congratulations on your command.
I'll always be looking for you, Evie. Even if I'm 1,000 miles away.
Air escort to Greyhound. You will now be out of range of air cover for the next 5 days. Safe travels to England. How many crossings does this make?
This was my first. I got some.
Most likely a U-boat.
He's trying to slip under us! Fire!
We have a kill.
Distress rocket, sir.
We have hits directly on the convoy.
The Wolfpack's hunting us.
U-boat, starboard bound!
In 48 hours, we've lost 7 ships and 50 souls.
What you did yesterday got us to today.
It's not enough. Not nearly enough.
Fire is there!
Target's disappeared, sir.
Here they come.
What are we gonna do?
We'll rain hell down from on high.
All right, I will say that Forrest, sit down. Excellent. All right, so Greyhound.
Yep.
I will say that trailer was better than the first one.
Now, can I say this really quick? It's kind of he's kind of like the captain of the Titanic, because the captain of the Titanic, I don't think he was a captain of a boat before the Titanic. So it's kind of, because remember he said hey, this is my first crossing to England.
This was before the
I
Titanic.
got bad luck from the start. Like,
It-
jeez.
It's worth watching.
I don't read books about submarines, but I watch a lot of movies about submarines. I loved
Mhm.
Hunt for Red October, Das Boot. I even like that Silent Hunter one there with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I
Then you
that.
like this. You have to watch it.
I will say I look forward. The second trailer looked better than the first one. Tom Hanks acting looked better than the first. The first trailer we saw.
I like Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I like him.
I like
Look at Redneck says, "Ain't no love boat." The
No love boat.
Lot of
So
U-boats.
yeah, so all right, so Greyhound is the first one, and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is that, and then Cam, if you can roll your ass up in here next week, you get to pick a movie.
Don't worry
You get
about
to-
it.
I'm just saying, you get to pick a
Don't
movie,
worry about it.
and I think it's Albin's week, and then after that, it will be my week. And I only like to do layups, so Andrew will tell you that.
Don't worry about
Layup.
it. Locked in, look, man.
I have something simple for next week.
Okay, so we got two different we got two people that will have movies for next week. I will suggest for just people watching that archive looked interesting. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Just glancing at it looks interesting. Looks interesting.
Pick it when it's your choice, then.
Yeah.
No. Hey, Andrew,
I can
I
wait.
have a whole list right here of awesome movies. Right
I
here.
come up
I
with
got a
mine
whole
like an
list.
hour before the show.
Yeah,
The list
that's
is called
why-
Awesome Movies that Todd love.
That's why we watched the faculty. We won't be watching the faculty.
That's why mine are all shit.
Look at Hacksaw Ridge. Hold on, let me put a check next to that one. Let me put a check next to that one.
Oh yeah, put your check next to the one that everybody's gonna love. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I should go in order of the list or if I should jump around. I don't
Hey,
know.
you know what? You got a whole week to think about it. Let it marinate.
Yeah,
Just
let's
make sure your ass rolls up in here next week. All
I
right.
think Tom.
Hey, and I got one more week, and then the following week I could pick. Yay!
Hold on.
Because I missed last
Sharon.
week.
Thank you,
This
Sharon.
is my third time.
Sharon, 3. Yes, I just added you. Thank you, my dear. I added you. All right. Yeah.
Todd, I think your list is just like top 10 best movies of all time.
Yeah.
No, I actually have some nuggets in there. Nuggets. And I'm holding off on them. Holding off.
Can't wait till you pick a bad one. I'll tell you all about it.
And I know you will. So, all right. So, Andrew, anything you want to finish up before we roll out of here? Because we've been at 2 hours.
It's midnight, and I'm tired.
Yeah.
And
Thank you for joining us. You got a funeral.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, my condolences.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I missed that. Sorry, bro.
Just thought I'd keep the mood light.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for pulling us on. So, Cam, anything for you, hun?
Hey everybody! Thanks for coming to see us, and I hope you enjoyed our reviews of the movies. And we'll see you next week.
All right, Sharon, thank you for joining us. Anything you want to finish up with?
Yes, I'd like to thank everyone who came out. Thank you for inviting me on the panel again to watch the movies. And if you guys didn't when you came in, on the way out, make sure you press that like button, that share button, hit that bell icon, and press all in the bell icon so you get all the notifications. And friends don't miss Play or Pass on Wednesdays.
They should leave their offering for the church, huh, Sharon?
Oh, yes. Don't forget to leave your offering. Yeah, I enjoyed being allowed to be on the pulpit. I like to thank all the ushers with the mod sticks in the out there in the I forgot what we call the people, church people. I mean, when you're sitting in the thing.
In the pews.
Out there in the pews, yes.
I'll help you with that. All right,
Yes.
so Blue, anything you got to finish up with?
Not really. Thanks. That was fun. See you guys next week.
And I'm sorry that Sid got tired of watching whatever movies we were talking about. And
I end up watching them this week.
Hey, tell Sid she needs to watch whatever movies we're watching for this coming week, and she needs to join us.
Okay.
That gives her some. Hey,
You just told her, honey. She's actually sitting right there.
Sid, you got all week. You got 7 freaking days to watch these movies, and then you can join us.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Greyhound.
That which was on before she was born, but that's okay.
The first one, second one.
Yeah, the second one wasn't so good. All right, Alban.
The one took place before we were all born.
Yeah.
Just thanks, like always. Hope to see you next week, but got my eye on the UFC right now.
Yeah. Thank you. And I will actually turn on my TV. UFC is on tonight. I didn't realize that. I've got till 9:30 to show up to work tomorrow. Thank you, Forrest. He'll be watching for me tomorrow. Thanks for everyone watching. Thanks to Sharon. Thanks to Cam. Thanks to DJ, CJ. Thanks to Carrie for joining the chat. Forrest, get the balls. Watch the movies. Join the show. We love to hear from different people. The reason we created the show was for whatever people you either have an opinion if you like a movie or don't like a movie. You have an opinion. You have a reason why you like it or don't, and that's what we're here for. Thank you for Claire Claire was joining the show. So thanks for everyone watching. We have the 2 movies, which is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Andrew, that is from my memory, that is a knock out of the park. And The Greyhound. Greyhound, I haven't watched it yet, and I look forward to seeing that after the second trailer. The first trailer wasn't so exciting.
I've seen it, but I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah, we look forward to that. And thanks for everyone watching. We're down to 11 viewers. Whatever. I don't really care. And as always, play, pass, or whatever.
Yeah, and hold on before you leave. And thank you to those 11 viewers who are actually watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the people. Look at Redneck. Yeah. Redneck's been here from jump.
That's my man.
Redneck. Right. Where are you? Why ain't you join the damn chat? You've been here from the damn before we started the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Redneck, for joining the congregation. That's what it is. All you out there in the congregation.
Yeah. Thank you for joining the congregation. Thank you very much. And hey, we had a good time. So watch the movies, and we'll be here next Wednesday. Knock you all out. We'll see you next movie.